everyone, we are here with our October Teen Take and Make kit. We're going to be doing skull string art. This is what the kit looks like that you'll pick up at the library. We have them available at the curbside pickup table. So if you're interested in picking up the materials here, it is first come, first serve, so come on down and pick them up. What you'll get is a foam board and then a little Ziploc with our template, some pins, and some string or embroidery floss. So I'm going to show you what's inside of it. Okay, so we have our black foam board, we have our skull template, and then we have our pins and embroidery floss. Now the skull template is nice to have because it shows you where you can put the pins to make sure that you have enough pins to make the whole design. If you are going to opt not to do the skull and do a different design, maybe trace it out on a piece of paper like this or print it out, make sure you have the right pins, and it makes the process a little easier. But if you're using this template, you're going to set it right in the center, and then you're going to use the pins and put them right on all of the dots. And you don't want to push them all the way through. You want to leave them up far enough because we want to have that space to wrap the string around. And you don't want to poke through and poke your finger. If you feel like you are having a tendency to do that, you could always put cardboard behind it to protect your surface. But just poke it in far enough where it's sturdy enough in there for the strings. So I'm going to keep putting these on the design. Okay, so I have all the pins in the picture now, and now we're going to remove the paper. And this is the tricky part. So we're going to, if you're careful, you can lift the paper up and make sure you're pushing the pins through. It might pull the pins out, so you might need to do it one by one. It might be easier to just rip the paper and go along the design so you're releasing each of the pins. So you do however works easiest for you. Just do it slowly and patiently so you don't lose all the pins you took that time putting in. See, this one popped out, so I'm just going to pull it out of the paper and put it in the general area I know it belongs in. If you go one by one, then it's easier to fix any of those problems because you're not losing your whole design at once. You can also use scissors to cut if it's easier to cut towards the pin directly than if you're ripping it. So just experiment and see which way is easiest for you to get the paper off. Okay, so we have the paper removed. It does take a little time, so like I said, just be patient, tear it away very carefully, cut it away very carefully. If you do still happen to lose some pins like I did, we do have another template in your kit, and this is good to keep on hand. You can look at it and it helps you figure out where those pins might need to go. It also is helpful to keep on hand when you're adding the string and making the picture. It helps to see what exactly you're working with. So the first step is take your string and we're going to tie it around one of the pins. You can pick any of the outside pins you want. I'm going to just do this very top pin. The easiest way to do that is to tie a knot around the pin. Tie the knot like this, and then before you pull it tight, then you put it over the pin and pull it, okay? And that ties the knot. Then what we're going to do is slowly work our way around the outline. We're going to make an outline of the skull first. Now you could wrap each individual pin, and later in the process we will be wrapping each individual pin probably, but right now you don't have to. You could. It will take a little more string, but that's okay. It's whatever's easiest for you. It keeps it a little more secure. What I'm going to do is just let the string fall in the outside of the pins along the outline. If you get to a pin like this where it goes in and then back out, you're going to need to wrap it then, and then go back out. So I might wrap some of them I might just let the string rest on. So you can do what you feel like is easiest. So I got down to this side of the skull, and now I am going to go in here and then back up to make the upper part, and then I'll do the jaw. So I'm going to wrap it there. Okay, so I got back up to the top. I went around, missed one there. I went around the top part of the skull. Now I'm going to take my string and I'm going to outline the eyes and the nose. This is the part of the picture that even though we're going to zigzag the string across the picture to fill in some space, we don't want to fill in the eyes or nose. We want those to be clear and open. It helps show or highlight the features to show the picture better. So I'm going to go down to this, one of the pins in the eyes. Wrap a couple, some of them I might not, but we're just going to go all the way around like that. Okay, now I'm coming over to the other eye here. I'm going to wrap that around. Okay, now I'm going to go over to the nose and outline that. Okay, now that I've outlined the nose, I'll probably go down here and do the bottom portion, the lower jaw, outline it, and then start filling it in. I think what I'll do is make the string stretch across this portion here so it kind of looks like the teeth. Way up here. Oops. Back here. So I have the jaw wrapped, or outlined rather, and so now I'm just going to fill in some of it. So you just kind of want to zigzag across the picture, filling in the space. If you see that there's a pin that hasn't, oops, if you see that there's a pin that hasn't been used as much except for the outline, you know, make sure you get over there and add the string. Okay, so you're just going to kind of continue to wrap around the pins, just kind of zigzag across, filling in the space. Again, don't pull too tight. It can pull the pins out if you do. Let's see here, we're almost at a good point that we can go up to the rest of the skull. Okay, so I have the bottom portion done. I'm going to thread it up these two pins so it looks like another set of teeth or another tooth, and I'm going to start filling in the upper portion of the skull the same way, just by zigzagging across the space. Make sure you leave the eyes and the nose open so you can clearly see those features. Every once in a while, like I said, make sure you're not pulling too tight. Push the string down so it's not about to pop off the pins. If you are feeling like they are popping off quite a bit and you're having to go back, just maybe make sure you wrap them if you aren't already. It makes it a little easier. So I'm just going to keep going on this. If you have enough string and you want to, you can always outline the eyes and nose again. It helps kind of make them stand out a little more. I think I might do that. Go around these. Okay, and then just kind of look for open spaces that need to be filled in. So there's one down here I'm going to fill in. Go around the different pins. You can keep an eye out for pins that only have the outline around it. That'll kind of highlight some of the areas that maybe need more string. My pins are coming out, so I'm just going to push them back down a little more. If you have extra string too, just like we outlined the eyes and nose again, you could also go around the outline again if you want. Just play around. The nice thing about this is the string is easily removed and you can try again. That's also kind of the tricky part. It pops off sometimes too easily and you have to start again. And then I'm going to bring it all the way up and tie it probably near this one. You can really tie it wherever. Find a good spot. And then I would do it like we did before. I would tie the knot, but just don't pull it all the way tight yet. So this is a little trickier. You want to keep the string taut, meaning keep it tight enough so it doesn't spring off of those pins. So I'm going to tie a little knot like this, loop it around there. Let's see if I can do this. Here. Tie the knot, loop it around here, then we'll see if we can pull it tight. I do have extra. If I wanted to keep going, I could. Otherwise, it looks pretty finished. So now we're just going to snip the string closely to the knot, not too close. We don't want it to come unraveled. You can always tuck the string end in somewhere. This is my starting one. Okay, and there we go. There is our skull. So we hope you have fun with this. Like I said, this one is a really fun one, especially this time of year. It takes some patience, so just keep at it. Take your time, and then this will be a fun thing to either stand up against, lean it up against a wall to display, or you could even hang it. It's foam, so it's pretty light. You could hang it on a wall. If you did do this, feel free to take a picture and share it with us by replying to our Facebook post. We would love to see how your skull turned out. So we hope you had fun, and we'll see you next time for our November Take and Make craft. Thanks.